Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and today I'm going to do a short demo on my second project submission for CS50 web class. This project models a Wiki application and it is built on the Django framework. Right, so let's get started. Now you can see that this is the home page, and on this page we can see all the listings of the entries in our Wiki app. So we have CSS, Django, Git, HTML, Python, and so on and so forth. Okay, if we click on one of these, it will bring us to the page. So for example, CSS, it will bring us to CSS page. Right, and if I go back and I click on another one, Git, it will show me, it will display the Git page. Right, other than clicking on the link directly, we can also alter the URL bar to bring us to the page we want. So let's say, okay, so I'm going to do /HTML, okay, and then this will bring us directly to the HTML page. Okay, let's try if we were to go to a page that does not exist, what will happen? Okay, I'm going to go to SQL and we do not have this entry. Let's see, it will display an error 404 that this page does not exist. It cannot be found. Right, so let's go back to home again and let's take a look at the menu list on the left hand side. Okay, we can see right at the top of the menu list, we have this search box, search encyclopedia. Now, how might this work? Let's try. Okay, let's search for HTML, submit, and voila, it will bring us to the HTML page because it matches the title of the page entirely. Okay, and if we were to search for, let's say, a partial title, let's say PY, now it will show us, if we search for PY, it will show us the title, the entries that match the search term PY. So over here we only have one match, which is Python page. If we click on it, it will bring us to Python's page. Let's try to search for just a single letter N. And if we search for just N, we have two results here, Django as well as Python, because they both contain the letter N. Okay, all right. Now let's go back to the menu on the left hand side. We can see next down we have home, which of course brings us to the home page, and then next we have this called the create new page. Okay, let's try to create a new wiki page. Okay, I'm going to click on this and here it brings us, we can enter the title of our wiki page. Let's just call it Python, and I'm going to do this. Python is a family of snakes. Okay, so I'm going to create this page called Python and I'm going to click on the create button here. Okay, now there's an error message that pops up. It says that unable to create. The wiki title already exists. So remember we had that earlier we saw that we have a page called Python, so we cannot create another entry that has the same title, right? Okay, so let's make some changes to it. I'm going to call it Cobra instead. Okay, Cobra, and let's create. Okay, so great. I think the page has been successfully created and it brings us directly to the new page called, if you look at the URL, the URL bar is wiki/Cobra, and Cobra is the title, Cobra is a family of snakes. That's our content. Okay, if we go back to home, we can now see that the Cobra page is now listed in the entries here. Right, very good. So let's go back to the left hand side menu and we can see the next tab on the list is random page function. Okay, let's click on it. Okay, now it shows us Python, right? If I click on it again, it shows me Cobra. Click on it again, it shows me HTML. So basically what this random page does is that it displays a random wiki entry page, right? So we can keep clicking on it and it will generate a random page to us. Right. So let's go back to home. I'm going to look at HTML page again. Okay, let's try to, if we look at the content of this page, at the end of it, there's a little edit. We can click on this. Let's try to edit this page. All right. So this is what was written in the page, the content of it. And okay, let's add a second new paragraph. Right, and see how does this work. Okay, we are going to save changes and there we see we have let's add a second new paragraph. So our changes have been reflected. So that's how we edit an existing page, right? And let's see, in this page we can see there is a title at the top, HTML, and we have some bullet points. So how do we actually have this rich text elements, right? How might we display this rich text element? So let's go and see how it looks like. I'm going to click on edit again, and then we can see, okay, so if we put a hashtag in front of HTML, it basically will display this as a header, right? And if we have a single asterisk at the start of a line, it will display all these points as bullet points. Okay, let's try to add a new one. I'm going to put second new bullet point. Okay, let's save changes, and there we can see there's a new bullet point is being added to here. Alright, I'm going to go back to home, and we're going to show you another one called a test 2. So in this test 2, we can actually see there are even more elements here, rich text elements. So we have like the same, we have a header, test header, we have a bold text, we have code quotes, we have ordered as well as unordered lists in here, and we also have URL links. So how might this look like? Let's edit and see. So okay, so all these funny little syntax we see here, they are actually called the Markdown expressions. And if we see the first one, hashtag will give you the header, and for bold text is enclosed within double asterisks. And if we want to have a quotes, it's enclosed within backticks. Right, and of course the numbers as well as this will show you the ordered as well as unordered lists. And this is how we can put a link, a URL link. Okay, so if we save changes, the Markdown language will be converted and displayed in HTML. So that's how you can see them in rich text format. Right, so this is basically how we can build a very simple and basic wiki platform. And once again, this is built on Django. Right, so this is the end of the video. Please like my video, and thank you for watching.